Hello and welcome to the best underground show out there on YouTube right now, Mellow Talk. Today we have a very special guest, another amazing and talented artist, Universe. Welcome to the show, bro. Welcome to
Hello
the
there.
fucking show.
What's
Man, it's
good, bro?
it's awesome to have, such a big underground artist currently that's in the show right now. And you know a lot of people and shit, and I've had friends of you or friends of mine interview you and shit, so it's cool to see that. And
Yep.
first question for you, bro: Who is Universe? Where did it all start?
All right. Let me see here, bro. Okay, so I've been calling myself Universe since like elementary school, just because like I was always interested in like
Mm,
space and aliens and shit. Like I grew up watching like scary alien movies like when I was like fucking
bro.
3 years old, bro. So like universe and space has
Mm,
always been a thing for me, and I've always thought like outside of the box, because it's just like I feel like your mind shouldn't be limited to like a certain perspective. Like you need to think like more outside of the box and really question who you are and like what your purpose is in life.
exactly, bro.
And I remember telling an old friend in middle school named Tehran, um, I was like, my artist name is gonna be Universe, and
Mm,
I'm gonna be big one day. He was like, bro, I believe that, bro. Just keep doing you. And during that time, I was writing like pages of like lyrics, bro. I wrote like hundreds of
that's
pages of
crazy.
nothing but lyrics, because like I didn't have the, yeah, I didn't have the equipment and shit. Like I still have pictures of like my old albums of just
Bro was
lyrics,
on his
bro, because
Eminem
like
shit.
I
On
ain't
the
really had nothing
Eminem
else to
shit,
do
bro.
but write. Yeah, exactly. I just had nothing to do but write, so I would just write pages and pages and pages. And like one day I just wrote in a book, and I still have the book with me, bro. But I wrote in a book, I was like, all right, at 16 years old, that's when I'm gonna get my music shit like starting. I don't know how I'm gonna get the equipment, but
Right.
I'm somehow gonna get it. And then one day, my mom came into my room and she's like, hey, my work is giving out free computers and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm gonna win it, but they're giving out free computers. And I told her, I know
No
you're gonna win
fucking
it. And she
way.
won
That's
it like the
crazy.
next day or two. Yeah. And so I was like, can I just use your old computer? And she was like, no, you could use the new work computer. I was like,
Say
oh,
less.
for real? Oh, that's cool. So yeah, I got that. My friends knew I wanted to do music, so they gave me like a free mic and shit that I just tested with. Now, in the beginning, I was like, I didn't really know
Mm,
what music to make. I just kind of experimented with like what I used to make, what I used to listen to, like other
yeah.
artists and shit, like other underground artists, and just combine it to a sound I wanted to do. I used to listen to a lot of like Chopped and Screwed and fucking like dark
Yeah.
Night Lavelle type shit, and then like I would listen to rock music, and now I listen to like just anything that just sounds good to my ears. To be honest, I didn't really care the genre, and in the beginning, I released this song called Insanity slash Train, and I literally made that shit as a joke. I didn't really take it too serious. I was just like, this
Right.
is my first SoundCloud song. I released it, and then it did pretty decent the first week, which kind of like gave me an ego boost at the time, because
Yeah.
I was new. Like, I was like, I was thinking that this song was gonna get like 20 plays maybe, but it got like
Wow.
800 something the first
Shit.
week. So I was like, oh shit, like this is cool. Cause like I only had like 20 followers on SoundCloud, and some of them were like bots. So I technically had like 10 from shit. And and then I started making more music over time, but then I'd be scared to release some shit, cause like, bro, I didn't have people call my shit ass, but it was like I deserved that, just cause back then my mixing was terrible. Like it was something else, bro. Like I don't know, I didn't know what I was doing. I felt like I knew
Yeah.
what I was doing, but I didn't really know
Right.
everything that I was doing. But I just kept doing me, bro. I just kept like making a lot of songs, a lot of music over and over and over again, so I can perfect into like this perfect sound and shit. But I would always get scared to release shit, because like there'd be times where I release songs and then they would kind of flop, but I was just like, damn, I'm gonna just keep
Right.
going and keep going no matter what. And I was stuck in this like weird loop of like thinking I was big, but like I wasn't really shit. And then one day, uh it was like 2020, like May 2020, bro. I was like, all right, you know what? Screw all this bullshit. I'm tired of being scared. I'm tired of doing this. I need to genuinely give this a try. and see
Right.
how far this is gonna take me. So I started releasing music every week, and then I started promoting myself a lot and shit like that. I started to try to get into like underground
Yeah.
groups and shit like that. Then I saw
Oh
Moon
my God, the
47,
goat, the goat.
and yeah, I saw his servers and shit, and so I joined his servers, and then I was trying to work with people. I was like, "Yo, anybody want to work?" And Remove Face
No
was like the
way.
first person that
Really?
like caught my eye, that
Oh, that's
genuinely
awesome.
reached out to me. Yeah, so me and him just clicked up because we felt like we had some type of connection together. Cause like he was smart, bro. Like I released the open for him a long time ago, and like when he sent back the open, I was really surprised because I was like, bro, he has rhythm in his voice. Like he knows how to blend in with the beat. Like he doesn't sound off key.
Yeah,
I think this dude is like really
he's
cool,
really
man.
good,
Like I
bro.
really
He's
fuck
really
with him.
fucking talented.
And, and then he introduced me to like two collectives, Puke Mob and another one called fucking Skull Web. Yeah, with Bloody Rain and shit. And so I joined those collectives like not knowing like
Yeah.
what to really do exactly, but I was just kind of going with the flow of everything. I'm like, all right, we're gonna make a collective. We got to get ourselves popping, get ourselves out there, this and that. So as I was in these collectives, I would stay on my grind and I would
Yeah.
shout myself out every time I would drop a song. Like I would fucking like I don't do that massive DM
Yeah.
shit where I text literally
Yeah.
everyone that's following me and be like,
Exactly.
"Hey, check out my music." I'd only do that for collectives that I'm in or like fucking Discord. Like I'll go to Discord
Yeah.
servers, like music servers. I go to the promo chat and then I would at everyone. I didn't even care if people were mad at me. I was like, "Nah, I want
Oh
everyone to
God,
see my
bro.
music, bro." And I just kept going. Uh Reached out to YouTube channels to upload my shit. I reached out to Instagram pages to post my shit. And I just kept going until I started building a fan base
Yeah,
slowly
you
more and
start
more over
building it.
time. And then I just got big as fuck from like being consistent. And it's like the more bigger I got, like the more I just wanted to do more
Yeah,
music and
because
just get more
it gets
consistent.
that
So
energy
that's
going
what like
too. Because like it's like you're prospering off of your hard work and shit. It just makes you want to keep going, bro.
yeah. And it's cool to see like how much I progressed since day one. Cause it was like I was writing literally hundreds of lyrics just in a fucking notebook, and now I'm like here, like verified on SoundCloud finally. Fucking Spotify's popping. I'm about to be at like
Wow,
50,000 monthly
that's
listeners on
really good.
Spotify. Like
That's really good,
shit's crazy to me, bro.
bro. That
Yeah,
props to you, bro. Like that's what I love about interviewing underground artists because they all had their own way of their own come up. Even if they small or big
yeah,
like you, it don't matter because a come up is a come up. You learning and you becoming something good that I'm recognizing and what everyone
yeah,
else is recognizing too. Like y'all deserve that credit. And
bro. I was like, and all that sped up shit that I be doing, bro. Like people don't realize, bro. I've been doing that since like I first started, cause like again, like I listen, bro. I used to get high every
yeah,
day
and
and
that
listen
shit
to
used to
Chop and
happen a
Screwed a
lot.
lot, like slow down. Yeah, and then I would test it up and I'll be like, all right, this sounds cool, slow down, but what does it sound sped up?
Exactly.
And so I sped up some of my shit. I was like, oh shit, I think I'm onto something. And this is way before hyperpop even blew
This
up in
was a
like
core shit
2020, bro.
too.
Like I didn't even know it was a thing. Yeah, that was in like
Yeah.
2021 when that shit got popping. But it was like I was making that shit way before that shit was even a thing. But I was just too scared to drop at the
Yeah.
time. But now I'm like, bro, anything I drop now, it's gonna sound good as fuck. I
Mhm.
don't care what anyone says, bro. Like if it sounds crazy to my ears, it's gonna sound crazy to your ears. I promise you that.
Bro, you summed it up perfectly, dude. Because like as a musician, whenever you create something, that's your shit, bro. It's not like if you really want to, like you can just listen to that shit all by yourself all the time. Like like no one else has to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being and it's like when you're posting that publicly to people, like that's your creation, not theirs. And it's like people need to I feel like not a lot
Yeah.
of people respect that from artists sometimes. And they need to be able to be more open to that shit too. Realize that, this is your creativity. This is how you create shit. You know?
Yeah. This is what you're releasing to the world
Exactly.
for them to
Type shit.
hear.
So I gotta ask you, you named like Remove Face amongst, a couple of your big collaborations, but you've had a ton more. And I want to know like your experience with collabing with a lot of those artists and getting that recognition in the underground scene.
Um, Remove Face is probably like my yin and
Mm.
yang because we're very alike in a lot of ways. I can't speak too much on how we're very similar, but one thing is Remove got long ass hair like Jesus, and I got short ass hair. So it's like we're similar, but we're
Yeah.
opposite at the same time. So he's my biggest like yin and yang type of like energy of a person that like gets big onto the community. Like every time me and Remove release a song, bro, like swear to God, that shit's gonna do
Yeah.
instant. It's an instant hit, bro. Like
And
everyone's
I've
in the
listened through your
community is gonna
shit,
fuck
bro,
with
and
it
damn
because it's
near
us.
every time that I see Universe X remove face, that shit was damn near fire. Every time. Every fucking time. It's heat.
Exactly, bro. Like we never had a single miss together, and it's fucking crazy. Like I thought at least we would miss one time at least, but we never
You got me
did. So I was
feeling
like,
crazy on
fuck.
that shit, bro.
Um, Let me see who else.
Yeah.
Rachel is a really good collaborator. I fuck with her heavy, bro. Me and her got more music, definitely.
Yeah,
Let's
at
see what
least, yeah. It's
Lacey's a
mad too.
very bro. That motherfucker is talented as hell. That might become
Right.
big,
Yeah,
way
I want
bigger
to get
than
him in,
anyone
bro,
has ever
so bad.
imagined.
He is
Lacey,
fucking. He's a FL wizard, bro. If he uses FL.
literally, bro. Lacey is like literally like a drug to FL Studio. It's so crazy. I don't know how to
Yeah,
explain it,
it's
bro.
another
Like
talented ass motherfucker, bro. There's so many of them out there, bro.
hell yeah, bro.
And
Hell yeah. I fuck with all
yeah.
my collaborators though,
Also,
bro.
another one I'm gonna give a shout out to is OK Duffy too. Like I know
Oh yeah.
you and him is homies and shit, bro. He talks so highly of you all the time, bro. You to him you're like a
Cause I had to open his mind early, bro. Like when I first met Duffy, bro, like he was kind of like nervous on who I was and shit like that, and I would be
yeah,
too to like new people and
yeah,
shit. So I'm not gonna judge him for that. But like when I heard his music, bro, and I started like mixing his shit in the beginning, cause I wanted him to sound good, cause like in his old songs they were all right, but it's not something that I
right.
would listen to again. Like I want to create him like a sound where like I go back to it over and over again type shit. And when I told Duffy what to do, this and that, and he did it correctly, bro, everything sounded good, and I was like, bro, you definitely got potential. I need to like put you on game and shit. And me, Duffy, we had another friend named Izzy, and we were like a trio at the time in our hometown. But Izzy kind of just like he never really listened to what I told him. He never listened to the advice I gave him and shit. And then one day he just cut me and
Yeah.
Duffy off out of nowhere, and I was like, bruh, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I think he felt like me and Duffy were like like talking shit behind him or this and that, but he's just like all up in his head too much. Like he just never really like listened to my advice, and I was like, bro, you can't just stick to this type of sound. You got to expand your sound in a day and age like this with people with short attention spans, bro. You got to be different.
Exactly.
You got to start like getting your sound together and like really spread yourself out there in the community. And he just didn't really put effort into his shit. So I was like, bro, fuck that, bro. I guess Duffy will be my prodigy, bro.
Shit, man.
He'll be the one to
Yeah, he's
take off for me since I'm giving him like really
yeah,
good advice on how to
he's
grow
been doing
himself.
great things out there and shit. It's a pleasure of interviewing him and shit too.
Like, bro, he's got multiple songs. He's got multiple songs with 10K because of me, bro. Like, he listened, bro, and the fact he listened, like, he's gaining rewards and shit, bro.
He just
He
wants to
just
work
had
hard,
another
bro. Yeah,
song
he
hit like
works hard, bro.
50,000.
Like that's what
Yeah,
that's why I like from artists. Like, bro, if you're working for that shit, it's gonna fall to your lap. You just gotta do it, bro. You gotta really put time to it and invest into
exactly, bro.
yourself and what you can create. And he's doing an awesome job at that. So is
Exactly.
you as well.
I also do this thing where it's like back when I was small, there would be songs that I had that would like flop, but I kept it up just because I wasn't scared of numbers, bro. I wouldn't let numbers affect me. I'd be like, bro, my new audience is gonna fuck with them old songs, and they did, like every time, bro. And then my older songs would get more and more traction and shit over time. So I wouldn't care about my losses and shit because they'll end
Yeah,
up turning into
yeah.
W's again.
And that's dope as fuck, dude. It's crazy. So onto your
Yeah.
onto your projects. I want to go over your most recent album. I went through that whole project damn near. I think I went through half of them, if not that, I went through most of it.
Yeah.
Dude, it was fucking fire. Lonely Star National Anthem, bro. To anyone that's
Yep.
watching this shit right now, go listen to that shit right now. It is pure beauty. Put this shit on your speakers. Drive through your hood. Blast them shit. Blast the shit. It's an
Very
anthem.
different.
You gotta blast the shit throughout your neighborhood. Don't matter who the fuck is gonna complain about that shit. Blast that shit. It is fire, bro. And I want to know.
Literally, bro.
Your creative process into creating such an amazing project.
I made this plan where I was gonna release 3 different projects with 3 different types of feelings. So Death Valley was like a drug project. Like, if you're gonna listen to Death Valley, you need to be high as fuck so you can understand the music and like the highness of it. Like Death Valley was literally like, I don't know, bro. Like when, like I'm already used to it. I grew on it already because I listened to it so many damn times. But when I had it all completed and listened to it off drugs, bro, I was like,
Bro
oh
was on
my
like,
god, this sounds
bro was
absolutely
floating
insane.
and shit, bro. Like that one meme.
Yeah. And then Sonic EXE Lullabies, bro. I've been having this like project in my head for like years just because I was so obsessed with Sonic EXE back then. I don't know why. Like
Creepypasta
Creepypasta days,
pretty
like I really
crazy.
fuck with
Yeah.
Sonic EXE the most. Yeah, and I fucked with his evil laugh, so like I wanted to make a project based around that, and that project was gonna be for like a
Yeah.
more of a dark vibe. You can get high to it, but it's
Sinister.
more of
Sinister vibe.
like a
Yeah.
dark, like I don't give a fuck type vibe. Then me and Kill Yourself Zen, like we were like, fuck it, you want to make a collab project? And we're like, sure. And so we made
Yeah.
the Halloween tapes volume 1. I just released that shit just for extra. And then I wanted to make my last project something like really meaningful and deep, like something way more different than my other projects combined. And so I made Lonely Star National Anthem, and that shit took me like at
Damn.
least a year to really like
God
gather
damn.
together and shit. Just cause like I have so much unreleased music, and I needed to pick carefully which songs that I wanted on
Right.
Lonely Star National Anthem, and then I set it up perfectly. And like, bro, as soon as I released it, bro, like
It popped the fuck off.
it went way more
That shit
crazy than
popped
I
the fuck off.
expected.
Let's look at the numbers on
Like,
that shit.
like, hell
I'm
yeah,
like, I'm like at the Joe Rogan podcast. Bro. Let's post that shit. Here, let's go. Let's put the numbers on that shit. Let's go to this. Fuck out of here. Albums. Lonely Star out. Oh shit, yeah, that shit. Oh yeah, you got like yeah. I remember you had 2. Bro, one of them had 98.7K. Oh shit, I wasn't even looking at the
yo,
numbers for real when I was listening to that shit. That one, I like the one with the Icy Tribe one. I like the one with Lisi. Pure Born one was good, bro. Like all them fucking songs was fire, bro. Like start to finish.
I think my favorite song off
Day
that
by day.
project is Day by Day. That song is like,
Yeah,
bro, the instrument is perfect. The lyrics perfect. Everything about that song is perfect. That's why, like, I felt like Day by Day was probably like my most successful in Lonely Star. Like, obviously, I got other songs that are bigger, but in my eyes, I feel like Day by Day was like my best one in there. Cause it was, bro. If you listen to that song alone, bro, and you really like just tune into it, bro, you're gonna understand like the feeling of it.
like that overall project was goated, and it deserves the numbers that it has, bro. Like, oh god, where where did you get the
Hell yeah,
name
I
Lonely
appreciate it,
Star
bro.
Anthem or like Lonely Star National Anthem? I gotta.
I used to be inspired by X a
Hmm.
lot. That's where I got my old name, Universe's Revenge. Um, I used to listen to Garrett's Revenge a lot at like a dark period of my time, and that
Yeah,
song really meant a lot to me. And I just liked the concept of revenge and shit. And and I would see like this like aesthetic messages by X where it was like you're a lonely star, and like I was my name was Universe, and I felt like a lonely
right.
star in my own world and my own perspective of how I live in my day-to-day life. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put Lonely Star, and then I'll put it National Anthem. Like, and I got that from like Lana Del Rey song where it was, fuck, I forgot the name. It was something National Anthem. Fuck. I forgot the name of it, but if you like know
Yeah,
Lana Del Rey songs,
yeah,
you would know what I'm talking about, bro. So I just put that shit together and named it Lonely Star National Anthem. I wanted to make it like a really serious project. I didn't want to be on my lit shit, dark shit. Like I wanted to be like completely
right.
different and experimental. And it got successful as fuck. Like way more than I expected because Death Valley and EXE Lullabies, it had like 40
Yeah,
likes its first day. And Lonely Star had like
yeah. It
115
was
likes its
long.
first day. And I was like, bro, the progression is crazy, bro.
It's this proof of that hard work that you put in. Like it's just proof of that shit, bro. Like
Hell
as an
yeah,
artist,
dude.
you gotta spend that time. You gotta devote that time in the lab. It's like, bro. It's like when you go to play sport, bro. You want to practice that said sport as much as you can. Like you gotta treat
Yep,
it like that shit. That's what makes you different from a successful artist to being, where you at now. Like that's that's what you gotta do,
exactly,
bro.
bro.
And it was amazing. It was an amazing project. I loved hearing through that shit, bro. And I can't. Do you have like any other like future projects coming up that are gonna be some crazy energy
Yep.
like that one?
So so those three big tapes were like the end of my Universe's
Yeah.
revenge era. So I entered just the
Mhm.
new Universe era. Now the reason why my name is Universe's Karma is because my revenge account, it got hacked by then, like way back. I don't remember when, but it got hacked by some random hacker, and like I was like, fuck, I need to make a backup page. So I named it Universe's Resurrection. I was like, nah, that's not for me. And so I did Karma, since it's like another way of
Yeah.
revenge, but it's not exactly revenge.
Spirituality.
It's more of like a what you put in out there, it
Exactly.
comes right
And it
back
goes.
at you. And
It
like
goes
I just kind
both
of
good
blended
and
it in.
bad too.
Yeah, so I put up a vote on my stories of who wants like what project first, this and that, and what comes last. So my first one is gonna be named
Mm.
strictly just Karma, and then the second one is gonna be Project. No, not Project. It's gonna be Planet X because it's like the outer planet in our solar system. My third one is gonna be called Lustful Planet, and that one is gonna be an interesting project that I'm looking forward to working on. And my last one is gonna be Time 000. That one's gonna be
Yeah.
probably my best one too.
You gotta cap it off with all those albums you gonna be releasing and shit. That's awesome, dude. And those are
Hmm.
some fire ass names. This sound like some fucking Transformers shit. Some so
Oh
crazy shit,
God.
bro. And that's why I fuck with your sound. Like it sounds like video games on crack, but like you going buck, like you fucking rocking with the beat and everything. Like the bass is crazy. Like that shit is, I don't know. It's just like a different type of energy. And like
Hell yeah,
I
bro.
remember you sharing that clip of you performing, bruh. Cause didn't you had a live performance before, right? You had one before, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
had
can you
like
tell
two of
me on
them.
that experience? Cause that's like for with concerts and all that shit and just performing in general, your music, you get a taste of like what your music actually does in action. And like I want to know
Yeah,
like
bro.
how that felt for you performing and shit. With how, experimental your music is and everything.
Yeah, bro. So like when I did my first performance, I was like, bro, I
Right.
need to make this shit crazy. And like there was a lot of people. Like when I first arrived at this restaurant, bro, like there was barely any people there, and I was like, bro, I'm about to perform in front of a small crowd, but fuck it. But then just a bunch of people started coming in, and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
we getting real in here. And like two or three people performed, and then I performed. I was supposed to perform like 7 or 8 songs, but I was getting tired, bro, because I was like, damn, this is how performing
Yeah, you
feels.
probably
Like,
sweating and
bro, I'm out
shit.
of breath. I'm not used
Getting
to this shit,
crazy.
bro. But that shit was lit as fuck. Like that was the first time I really felt like I was like, all right, if I'm gonna, I at least want to mosh to like at least like
Right.
a few of my songs and shit. And my first like song I performed was called Pull Up, and like that shit was a success. Like the camera work on it was amazing. Like it looked like
Right.
some shit out of a fucking movie, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Like this looks good, bro. And then in my second performance, like performed at some like shit by some apartments with my friend Nova, because my friend Nova was gonna perform and he wanted to perform his song like with me and shit, because
Yeah.
me and him made a song back then, so I performed with him and I got the crowd also turned. But I think it wasn't as like turned as the first one, because I felt like my first performance like really gave me a glimpse of what it would feel like to like really perform like outside other states with people that
Exactly.
actually really fuck with my music. Like it gave me a sense to just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna feel this type of energy,
Yeah,
maybe
because
even like 10 times
and
more.
not just that, like
You
you're the
know?
one that created this shit, and the more music you put out, the more energy you will be able to change and shit. This make people this mosh even crazier, bro.
Yeah.
Like seeing that shit, like that's like dreams for like a lot of artists, and it's like it's crazy that you're able to transfer energy like that, and just make people get hyped. Like when you see all these concerts like Cardi, Yeet, to name a few, like them motherfuckers be going crazy in the mosh pits, and that's just like, and it's just like
Exactly,
it's
bro.
crazy to see X concerts too, bro. Like, bro, if you seen like them old concerts from like 2016 or 2018, 2017, bro, this motherfucker was hanging off of like railings and shit upside down, like walling the fuck. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's what
trying
I'm trying to be
exactly,
on,
bro.
bro.
Bro, you only live once. You live once.
Exactly, bro.
Why not go fucking crazy before you die? Exactly.
You die,
That's what I
exactly,
live
bro.
by.
That's
Right.
why I release so much music,
Like
bro.
music to
Like
people, bro, is
I don't know when
exactly.
I'm gonna die, and
Like
I like how we just talk over each other like that. Nah, bro, but like, yeah, like I would just release a lot of music because like I don't know when I'm gonna die. Like I feel like by the time I die, I would want to at least provide like I don't know, like 50,000
yeah.
songs just unreleased, just for the future to keep
Exactly.
my
That's your
name going and
lifeline,
shit.
bro. That's your story. That's your life story right there. That's what music is, bro. It's like that's how it's been treated since
Exactly.
the dawn of time. Since motherfuckers was ranking rocks together to make fucking music, bro. They had to figure out that shit eventually and started
Literally.
making realize that, oh shit, we can use this shit for anything. And that's why like there's like traditions, like oral traditions with songs and shit. That's why that shit passes down because they keep doing it. And it's evolved to where it is digitally now, where you're gonna find that shit even if the person is passed or not, which is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like you live once out here, bro. Just get lit. Just get lit. If you are an artist, bro, get lit. Just go crazy on your music, bro.
Exactly, bro. Like why wouldn't you want to go
Exactly, bro.
crazy, you know? Fuck
Exactly.
being scared.
So, you have your live performances under your belt. Like, I know you've recently like signed with a label, and I want to know like the insight of what happened on that deal and shit, and like what's your future for like performing as an artist and shit now, because now it's changed for you. You about to be a little more serious in the game now. I want to know.
Yeah. So
Mm.
Alamo Records reached out to me, and I'm the first artist in this that Alamo
Wow.
Records has reached out to. And they offer me
Yeah.
a certain percentage to for like 15 songs of mine. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna take this percentage and shit like that. It was an advance pretty much that like they're gonna recoup the money from the earnings that I make on my music, and I'm easily gonna like be able to
Yeah.
recoup that money back just because of how much I earn every month and shit. And just like overall like all my plans for what future songs I'm gonna be releasing and shit. There's future songs where like bro, I done teased it back in the past, and people are just waiting and waiting and waiting for these certain songs. I'm like, I'm gonna release
Yeah.
it when the timing is right, because I'm very good at predicting my hits, bro. Like
Hey,
I
you the
play it
universe, bro.
smart. I release
You
my
the
hits
universe,
at the
bro. You
perfect
read that
timing.
shit. Wait.
Exactly. I be careful of what to release and what not to release. What sounds good, what sounds boring, what sounds mediocre, what sounds hype.
Yeah.
Just everything. I analyze
Dope.
everything about
That's
me.
dope. So I gotta ask, will they? What would they be like providing you? Like, I know they will probably promote your stuff, but will they want you to like do some other shit for them too, like
Um,
release an album under them, essentially? No.
Nah. It's not like a label. It's more of like a
Distribution? Oh, okay,
distribute,
because I had that before too.
yeah,
Yeah,
type
I
of
know how
deal.
that goes.
So like I would basically just take down my shit off DistroKid and then
Oh,
just move
okay.
it
Yeah.
to their
Yeah. That's what I kind of
foundation
figured too,
media.
because
Yeah.
I've had experience with that. I think like it was like 2 years ago. I used to be, before I started getting into like the real trap shit, I was like into that lo-fi shit. I was really good at that shit somehow. I was able to get signed by a label as well, and I know how the hell shit goes. Like they contact you and shit. They'd be like, "Yo, I want to distribute it under some of your music onto the label, yada yada yada." Sign the shit. And it goes through them and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like you do get some good numbers out of it and shit. It brings a lot more traction. It brings outside traction if you think about it too, because some reaches. But
Yeah.
that's awesome that you're getting that experience with signing with labels and shit.
Yeah, I know. It's
Right.
like it's pretty early in my career too still. So I was like, bro, this opportunity
Exactly.
is reaching out to me. So I might as well take it just cuz like I got fired from my job, so
Yeah. Fuck
like
that
I
job
don't
though.
even
By the
give a
way,
fuck
guys. Yeah.
like on this opportunity. Exactly.
uh,
Like don't do no 9 to
don't,
5 for
bro.
the
It's
rest of your
not.
life.
It's
That shit
not
is
worth
not
it, bro.
worth it,
Like,
bro.
it's understandable to do it to make money and shit and save that shit and invest it in yourself, but eventually you want to, yeah,
In
nah,
the
in the
long
long run,
run,
no,
nah.
bro. I've seen this, bro. There was this crazy video I've watched, bro, where it was like they put an AI robot to work to simulate a 9 to 5 job, bro, and the robot killed itself. Bro, it was,
What the
dude. I was
fuck?
high as fuck. I was watching that shit. It was on TikTok. I scrolled, fucking video pop up, and it was like the robot was like lifting boxes and shit on a conveyor belt and like putting it away, and it was sick and tired of the same old thing over and over again, and it fucking like murked itself, bro. It like just collapsed after like doing it. It was it was weird. I don't
Damn,
know
that's
if it was like
crazy.
a real video, but like I would not be surprised if a robot was be able to simulate that shit and actually do that shit. It's 9 to 5 jobs, bro. It's
Nah,
tedious
for
as
real.
hell, but that's why we here dropping knowledge for all these upcoming artists and shit to get y'all out of that. I want to get out of that
Exactly.
eventually. I'm hoping that all my plans get through. Same thing for everyone else that's watching that shit, bro. I hope it, y'all getting out that shit. So I gotta ask,
Exactly,
man,
bro.
what tips can you give to like upcoming artists, bro, that are trying to figure out the game right now?
All right. If you really want like real advice on this shit, bro, you got to learn to research the underground and
Mhm.
where it came from first and like what the underground is today. You can't just like keep doing old shit that other people did. You got to blend in the old shit you used to listen to and create some new shit with your like ideas of what possibly could sound good to you and shit. Like you need to blend in with the new waves of everything but create your own thing. Don't copy anyone, but you can be inspired by other people and try to create it as your own type of sound and inspire others, maybe like dig up some old type of music and then make it into new remixes of like this new type of genres, add some different drums, just whatever you want to do. um be experimental as hell and really like trust your ears, bro. Like you need to make some shit that'll genuinely make your ears pop. Don't just be like, all right, making a song, all right, this is decent. Like you need to listen to that shit and really feel it and be like, okay, this sounds good. You need to realize your mistakes, your mixes. Like you just do all your research on how to like mix and master your shit and how everything works, and just start applying everything. If you make beats, bro, like just search for random synthesizers and just
Oh
like start
God,
playing
bro.
around with patterns
Oh
until you
God,
find a
bro.
pattern that sounds good to your
That's what I
ears.
be doing too,
That's what I
bro.
do.
Like, just be aware of your music as well, too. Like, you want to be aware of what you are
Yeah,
trying to aim for your music. If it's not hitting what you want it to be, then you got to keep experimenting. You got to keep testing. It's a lot of trial and error, bro. You
exactly,
gotta
bro.
be able to overcome that shit too. Not be sensitive.
Exactly. Be consistent and get as much connections as you can. And for every opportunity that's coming at your way, bro,
Mhm.
like take that opportunity no matter what, bro. Like you gotta put yourself first in this
Fuck
shit to
yeah,
really
bro.
grow
Can't
yourself.
can't put it any better than that. Those are like good tips. And anybody watching them,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
right,
It's all about
right,
blending
bro.
in with
Like
new sounds.
that's what like music is, bro. It constantly evolves. You gotta be able to evolve with it. Like that's what happens. And it's good to
Exactly,
see
bro.
people like yourself, all these other artists that are doing that shit, Remove Face, Lisi, all them motherfuckers. Like all of them are wizards in their own way. You guys manipulate the sound. And it
Exactly.
sounds
And it
cool as fuck.
sounds cool as
Exactly.
hell.
Like, and the crazy part is that no one has really discovered this shit yet. And I'm waiting for the
Exactly,
day.
bro.
I'm waiting
Like
for the day when people just stop giving a fuck about listening to the same shit and actually explore the realms of all this music that we have that are
exactly.
out here that are experimental as fuck, but really fuck with you. And it's like mentally, physically, spiritually, all that shit. Like that shit hits you, bruh. And I'm just waiting for the day that
Exactly.
people discover this shit and actually like fully listen to it, bruh. Because it's gonna be a day.
Yeah, the population is slowly
Fuck,
awakening
bro.
to the new sound, bro. I'm
It's crazy.
noticing it more and
You
more.
seen the shit with the opium shit now. And motherfuckers doing different shit, I guess. I mean, yeah, they kind of like industry plant type shit, but people are kind of getting open to the new scheme of things, the difference and the styles. They're trying to change the shit. And eventually that's just gonna lead to a rabbit hole
Yeah.
of them discovering all of us, bro. And
Yep.
when one person puts on
Ex-
to another person and that said person puts it on to it's a domino effect. And I just cannot wait. The pattern, bro.
yeah, it's a
And it's
pattern,
that's
bro.
how it was in that 2016 era, bro. You got one motherfucker that's leading all that shit. Then you find that rabbit hole of all the other motherfuckers that are doing the same shit as them. Like, it's just crazy to see.
Exactly.
So, yep.
Then they rise onto the
And get the
surface.
that's what the underground means, bro. We're in the chasms, we in the dark right now. And we trying to get out to the light, bro. And that shit's gonna
Exactly.
come. That shit's gonna come. I'm gonna be excited as
Mm-hmm.
fuck when that happens. And to the audience,
Same, bro.
bro,
For real.
I want to thank you guys for watching this video, bro. Uh, tuning in on the news in the underground, especially with Mellows, Aztro, University. You got any last comments, bro, for the audience, bro, before we head out? You got any last comments for the
Wait, what'd you
audience
say?
before we head out?
Um, don't be a follower. Be yourself. Trust your heart. Trust your instincts. If anyone disagrees with you, do not fucking take their words into consideration. Only believe in your own words and your own perspective. Don't be a dick. Um, don't be too nice because obviously, if
Yep.
you're too nice, you're gonna get stomped on in a world like this. And keep your head up. Your social anxiety, all those voices that are talking to you, that shit isn't real. It's just your inner demons that's trying to fuck with you, but you have enough power to turn that around and think in a completely different perspective. I don't care what anyone says. Like, you have the power to change your life, your reality, your emotions, what you determine within your
Yes,
future and
sir.
shit. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Amen. Amen on those words, bro. A fucking men on Universe,
on
bro.
me.
Well, thank you for coming to the show, bro. It was a pleasure interviewing you, bro.
Of course, bro.
And to the audience, bro, thank y'all for watching. Mellow the fuck out.
For real, for real.
Catch y'all later. Peace.